Hello, we're going to talk about finding the volume of cylinders today. And the first place we start is volume is pi times radius squared times height. If you're likely to make a mistake with radius squared, please write it as pi times radius times height. Pi is an irrational number and it's approximately equal to 3.14. First thing I'm always going to do is I'm going to make a note of my variables. My radius is 3, my height is 6. These are both in meters. They do need to match. So the volume is pi times 3 squared. I'm going to begin substituting times 6. And this is where I grab a calculator. And I'm going to leave pi in this form for just a moment. So volume equals pi times 9 times 6. The volume equals 54 times pi meters cubed. This is an exact answer. Now, if I take this one step farther, I'm going to write it up here. Volume equals pi times 54. Volume is approximately 3.14, because pi is not exactly 3.14. This wiggly line means approximately. Times 54, so I'm going to 3.14 times 54, use a calculator. The volume is approximately 169 and 56 hundredths meters cubed. And it is cubed because it's meters times meters times meters. Okay, coming down to this next problem, I again have a radius. My radius is 6. My height is 3. These are also in meters. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We've simply swapped the height and the radius. Clearly, this is not to scale. I always start with my equation. The volume equals pi times radius squared times height. I'm going to begin substituting. I'm going to leave pi here. This is an exact answer. This is an approximate answer. They're both good. They are equivalent. Okay, one of them is slightly more exact. So I'm going to leave pi times 6 squared times 3. So the volume is pi times 36 times 3. So the volume is exactly 36 times 3, 108 times pi meters cubed. Now let's come up here. The volume is pi times 108. So the volume is approximately 3.14 times 108. Grabbing my calculator. 339 and 12 hundredths. So the volume is approximately 339 and 12 hundredths meters cubed. Okay, if you're looking for these are again equivalent answers. If you have to tell somebody how much volume it is, you're probably going to tell them it's 339 cubic meters. Might round it to 340 if they asked you to round to the nearest one. Okay, if you were going to continue with some computations or you wanted an exact answer, you might leave the pi in. We've now got a couple of problems where we need to find our height. Okay, we are given the volume and we're given the diameter. So the diameter equals 10. So our radius equals 5, and these are inches. Because our radius goes halfway across, the diameter goes all the way across. The height is a mystery, and our volume is given. Volume equals pi times radius squared times height. I'm going to begin substituting. The volume is 314. I'm going to go straight into pi right here because I'm going to need to get a numerical answer. So 3.14 times 5 squared times the height. So I'm going to get 314 equals 3.14 times 25 times the height, and 3.14 times 25, 78.5. So this is 314 equals 78 5/10 times the height. This is a one-step equation. This is where we we undo the multiplication, and we undo that by dividing. I'm going to do that in a separate color so that we can see it's a division problem. This is that one-step problem. And this is going to be an approximate height, and I should have been using approximately the instant I replaced 3.14. For pi, I needed to make it approximate, so it's going to be 314 divided by 78.5. So the height is approximately 4. The height is, I'm going to say, about 4 inches. Okay, we've completely solved that problem. And we've got one final problem. They give us a diameter of 4 yards. We need to find the height. So the diameter equals 4 yards. I need to make a note, sorry, that was inches. The radius will be 2 yards. The height is mysterious at this point. Our volume is 88 cubic yards, so our units do match. Again, always starting with the equation, volume is pi times radius squared times height. Going to begin substituting. 88 is approximately equal to 3.14. I substituted for pi, times 2 squared times the h. So 88 is approximately 3.14 times 4 times height, and 3.14 times 4, 12 56/100. And that would be height. I am going to divide both sides by 12 56/100. Okay, so let's clear it. 88 divided by 12 56/100. So this is 7.006 is the approximate height. I'm going to round that to 7. The height is approximately 7 yards. So this is about 7 yards tall, about 4 yards across, not to scale. Okay, have a great day. I did not put up pictures of this. So I need to do that.